Hey, listen, my friend, it's not a silly question if you genuinely don't know the answer and you want to know. It makes perfect sense for Mercury to be the hottest planet in the solar system because, well, it's the closest to the sun, surely. But as you pointed out, nope, it's Venus. And there's a very simple reason why. So let's head over there. And I thought Jaywick was a shithole. So temperature-wise, they're actually not that far apart from each other. The hottest temperatures on Venus are around 460 degrees Celsius, and the temperatures on Mercury are around 430 degrees. But the reason why Venus is so hot is because of its atmosphere. The atmosphere is pretty much mostly carbon dioxide, 96% to be exact. And to top it off, its surface is completely blanketed by a thick layer of clouds. And when I say thick, I mean 10 miles thick. Nothing like the clouds on Earth. They cover the entire planet and they are permanent. They are made mostly of sulfuric acid, and the intense heat down here is actually trapped here forever by these things. And the theory for how it ended up like this is that Venus and Earth started off very similar to each other. There is a high chance that in its youth, Venus had oceans on its surface. You could say it had a fairly tropical climate. However, because it was closer to the sun, it was prone to mass evaporation of water. And like I say, it gets twice the amount of light from the sun, so all of the oceans are going to naturally evaporate very quickly, and that's going to create what's called a runaway greenhouse effect. Both planets during their youth were assumed to have had a thick layer of fog in the atmosphere. With Earth, it cooled down and formed oceans, and it settled. And sadly with Venus, that thick layer of fog was a recipe for disaster, because the hotter it got, the more steam boiled off the oceans. Like a thermal blanket, it trapped the heat in forever. The hotter it got, the more steam boiled off the oceans, and it meant disaster. Eventually, the oceans kept boiling and boiled away, and the heat never escaped the planet's surface. As I said in a previous video, that the pressure on Venus at the surface, it's amazing I haven't been crushed yet, the pressure is 90 times higher than the pressure on Earth, at sea level, which means you'll be crushed in an instant if you stood on it. Venus's rotation is also incredibly slow. A day on Venus is 243 Earth days, and a year on Venus is just 225 Earth days, meaning it completes one orbit around the Sun before it completes a day. Next time you complain about those long work days, it could always be worse. And Mercury is just a larger version of the Moon. It has no atmosphere to speak of. The surface is geologically dead. Essentially, it's just an old fossil. Outside, the planet is baking hot, but on inside, it's stone cold. Mercury does experience the most extreme temperature shifts in the solar system though, because it has no atmosphere. During the daytime, temperatures can go up to 430 degrees Celsius, but at night time, they can plummet to minus 180 degrees. And a day on Mercury is 58 Earth days, whereas a year is 88 Earth days. And it can thank the sun for that. So there you have it, some quick facts about Mercury and Venus, and why Venus is the hottest planet.